Are you a doctor? Richie asked. No, Mom said. I'm a dental hygienist. One of my grandpas is a very famous neurosurgeon, Richie said. He fixes brains. We know this girl who fell off her bike, Fudge said, and her brains came out of her ears. My grandpa could have put them back in, Richie said. Too bad she didn't know your grandpa, Fudge said. What's he talking about? I asked Mom. Mom shrugged and rolled her eyes as if she was wondering the same thing. Then she said, Would you boys like a snack? Yes, please, Richie answered. I'll have broccoli. Broccoli, Mom repeated. Yes, please, Richie said. I like lightly steamed florets. Mom seemed really surprised. I don't think we have any broccoli in the house, but we do have carrots. Carrots are good, Richie said. Dipped in either hummus or tahini. Now Mom was really surprised. We don't have hummus or tahini, but we have peanut butter, and that tastes a lot like tahini. Don't you have a cook? Richie asked. No, I'm afraid we don't, Mom said. Oh, I'm sorry, Richie said. I didn't know you were poor. We're hardly poor, Mom said, serving him a bowl of baby carrots with a side of peanut butter. We just don't have a cook. Fudge watched as Richie took a carrot and swirled it in peanut butter. Can I have peanut butter and banana? He asked Mom. You know where the bananas are, she told him, pouring them each a glass of milk. You can help yourself. Carrots are hard to eat with loose teeth, Richie told Fudge as he wiggled his front top tooth. Soon I'll look like you. What do you mean? Fudge asked. Richie pointed to his mouth. No teeth on top. That's when it dawned on me that Fudge's classmates are finally catching up to him. They're losing their teeth. Know how much I got from the tooth fairy when I lost my first tooth? Richie asked. How much? Fudge asked. $20. That was just from the tooth fairy. My grandma gave me another 20, and my twin uncles gave me 20 apiece. $80 a tooth, I was thinking. How much did I get, Mom? Fudge asked. Well, Fudge, Mom began, you didn't lose your teeth in the usual way. How did he lose them? Richie asked. He was trying to fly to the top of the climbing bars, I said. Fly? Richie asked. He was only 3, Mom explained. So what happened? Richie asked. What do you think? I answered. He crash landed and knocked out his top front teeth. But I didn't lose them, Fudge them. I swallowed them. At least that's what we think happened, Mom said. We're really not sure. So no tooth fairy came? Richie asked. Mom, Fudge began. How come the tooth fairy? Mom answered quickly. You were so young when you lost your teeth, the tooth fairy put your money in the bank. I gave Mom a look. She shot me one right back. So that means I have money in the bank? Fudge asked. You certainly do. How much? Let's talk about it later, Mom said. Mom doesn't like to talk about money, Fudge told Richie. My mom loves to talk about money, Richie said, sporting a milk mustache. She's a designer. You can get clothes with her name on it. She's very famous. So's my father. He builds office buildings, and my grandma's filthy rich. You mean from counting her money? Fudge asked. I don't know, Richie said. Maybe. She should take her money to the bank to get it washed, Fudge told him. That's a good idea, Richie bit into a carrot with his back teeth. I have a good idea, Fudge said. I know, Richie said. That's why I want to be your friend. The next day, Richie Richest was back. So where's the toy room? What toy room? Fudge asked. You know, Richie said, the room where you keep all your toys. I keep my toys in my room. That's it? That's all the toys you have? He has more than he needs, Mom told Richie. She was getting Tootsie up from her nap. Richie shook his head. I can have any toy I want whenever I want. Even Lego Panorama? Fudge asked. Richie shrugged. Whatever. Do you hear that? Fudge said. He can have any toy he wants whenever he wants. Yes, Mom said, as she took a deep breath. I certainly did hear that. But I'm not spoiled, Richie said. That's the difference between having everything you want and being spoiled. Is there, Mom? Fudge asked. I suppose it's possible, Mom said. We have a house at the beach, Richie announced. Do you? No, we don't, Mom said. Our house is on the ocean side, but we keep our boat in the bay. I have 2 half-brothers who are also rich and famous. You've probably heard of them, Jeffrey and Colin Potter. They make movies. Pete, Fudge said. If I cut you in half, then I'd have a half-brother, and Tootsie could have the other half. That's not exactly what a half-brother is, I told him. Jeffrey and Colin are from my father's first marriage, Richie told Fudge. After his divorce, he married my mother, and they had me. My mother is 20 years younger than my father. She says I'm very smart and extremely handsome. Do you think I'm handsome? The kid was on a roll. There was no stopping him now. Why, yes, Mom said. You and Fudge are both handsome. Which of us is more handsome? Richie asked. I wouldn't want to have to choose, Mom said. What, is this a beauty contest? I asked. That got Fudge and Richie laughing so hard, Richie had to dig out his inhaler and take a couple puffs. That night at dinner, Mom told Dad, Fudge has an interesting new friend. Interesting friends are better than boring ones, Dad said. We were having pasta primavera. That spaghetti with a bunch of vegetables on top. I asked Mom if I could have any pasta with just plain tomato sauce, but Mom said vegetables are very important. Richie Potter likes broccoli, Fudge said. We know, I told him. It makes his pee smell funny. Fudge, Mom said, we don't talk about what we do in the bathroom at mealtimes. Why not? Fudge asked. Anyway, it's asparagus that makes pee smell funny, I told him, not broccoli. Peter, Dad warned. Broccoli too, Fudge said. I know because he let me smell it. That's enough, boys, Dad said, which got Tootsie going. Eat, 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 she shrieked. Fudge's new friend brags about everything, I said. He even brags about his poops, Fudge told us. I'm not surprised, I said, but Pete, if you saw what we made, you understand. It was this long... Fudge held out his hand, showing me exactly how long. That's it, Mom said. I don't want to hear another inappropriate word at this meal.